And we're back. We're back to carry on the adventure with Foolish Mortals. And where we left off in the previous one, we actually just finished Chapter 1. In Chapter 2 here, we are supposed to find 7 artifacts. Let me check my guide over here. Because the manuscript is telling us that we gotta find coffin nails, chalk, black feathers, gunpowder, silver coin, rum, and bone fragments. Apparently I'm gonna need all these items over here. And then I'm gonna have to add them.
It was a manuscript that looked hundreds of years old, with the instructions to a spell that summoned things hidden within.
Yep, I know, buddy.
It was a man.
Oh, how do I exit the screen? Oh, there you go. And then we're gonna have to add all these items inside the gree. So, without further ado, y'all, sit back, relax, and let's carry on the adventure. Let us see what we gotta do next. I'm absolutely loving this game. This game is just so good. I don't have any items right now, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to smack that open somehow. Probably gonna find something. But first, let me check the first location, which is gonna be this one. Still in the bayou. Baxter's Mill. Oh, it's a chicken coop.
Cluck,
Are the
cluck.
chickens inside?
Buck, 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 cluck.
I tried to persuade the chicken to come outside, but clearly I was out of cluck.
I'm guessing I'm gonna need something. Maybe like some corn or something like that to
The
convince it
wood
to come
was
out.
old and rotting. It wasn't going to be of any use. And who knew what critters might have made their homes inside the pile?
Alright. What about this place? Baxter's Mill.
Despite its obvious age, the water wheel was still turning. I couldn't get near it, and that was probably a good thing if I didn't want to get dragged under by the current.
Okay, can I go inside the mill?
The inside of the lumber
Yeah.
mill smelled like sawdust and grease. Judging from the overgrown weeds, it clearly hadn't been used in a long time, and yet the lights remained on.
I do have an auger.
I
Not
picked
sure what
up
that's
the
used
auger
for.
from the tool shelf.
Okay. This thing is still spinning, right? This is basically the wheel outside still
The
spinning.
beam looked to be driven by the water wheel outside. For the
Yep.
multitude of wires fanning out from the top, it was presumably hooked up to a generator.
Oh, so that's what's powering up the lights. I get it. Okay. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna need to use the sawmill here to
I
maybe chop
looked
down
over the
some wood or
machine,
something like
but I
that.
couldn't find a way to turn it on, if it even still worked. I didn't want to touch it. I hadn't seen something with that many scary-looking teeth since Old Lady Malloy's German Shepherd got loose on my 10th birthday.
Oh man. Oh, we do have some ash over here though. Oh, that's actually grease. Can I grab some grease?
If I touched the grease with my bare hands, I'd be spending hours trying to wash it off.
So maybe we gotta grab it, but I need something else to grab it, not with my bare hands. Yeah. Nope, it's closed.
The hatches were locked. From their shape, I deduced they were for storing lumber, and I wasn't in need of any 2x4s. The saw blades were rusted, dull, and would surely have precipitated the need for a tetanus shot.
Alright, let me go inside the door. Let's at least try to go inside there, right? Because I'm pretty sure that's something gonna be that I'm gonna have to do. Nope.
I
it's
tried
closed.
the door, but it was
Dang it.
locked.
What about the panel?
The electrical safety of the panel looked questionable. I wasn't going to touch it.
Alright, buddy. Alright. Yeah, that's about everything. I think I just had to get myself this tool. Oh, this is a tool to make
It
holes.
was a small metal
get
tool
it.
used for drilling holes by hand.
Okay. So we know what we got there. We don't need to drill any holes in here. Let me go to the next location, which is going to be right over here. The church, exactly. Oh, wow, this looks so creepy, though. I'm loving this. The game has come out a little bit later than Halloween, but you know what? Any time is good for great games, no matter what. I'm guessing the church is closed. Yeah.
The church door was locked.
Yeah, I can see that, buddy. What about the window?
The inside of the church was silent and still.
Yeah, nothing inside. So you can go to the cemetery through that side or through this side. Let's go through here, I guess. Oh, look at this. This is an interesting crypt.
I couldn't see any way to open the crypt door. Not a doorknob, not a keyhole. Whoever sealed this up intended to seal it up for good.
Yeah, it looks like it's closed up pretty well. Gonna have to figure it out eventually. Let's check some
I
of the graves.
scanned
Let's
the
see what we can find
headstones
here.
for anything of note, but didn't know what I was searching for. I scanned the headstone.
Yeah, he's saying the same thing. What about this one? Looks a little bit different. Oh shoot, there's a person here. Huh. Oh, he's nailing up the coffin, so I'm gonna be guessing he has those nails that I need. Okay. That is good to know. Not seeing anything that we can interact with. For some reason, my interaction button doesn't trigger. That's a tin can.
The tin was full of nothing but holes.
Oh, what about the bellows? Look at my character just stealing everything. He's like, don't mind me. I'm just going to take this.
I didn't need to warm my hands on the stove. It was already a humid night, and the fire was more useful at keeping bugs away from the shack than keeping anyone toasty.
All right, let's have a quick chat with the grave.
Hello?
Yeah!
Oh gosh, you scared him.
Don't sneak up on people like that. You frighten the dying daylights out of me.
He looked at me like he'd seen a ghost. Sorry, you seem a little jumpy.
I thought you were that pesky little girl again.
A little girl?
Oh, the
That
little
doesn't seem like
girl.
a reason to be scared.
She's a terror. One of these days, she's gonna give me a heart
Exactly,
attack.
dude. Haven't you
Last
seen
week,
her?
She showed up with
She's
a
creepy.
doctor's note she'd forged, saying a man I'd buried that day was just a very deep sleeper. 7 hours I was out
Imagine.
here digging him back up, at my age.
And was he sleeping?
Dead
Of
as
course
a
not.
dodo. Just like that little girl will be if I get my hands on her. Yeah, who are you anyway?
Funny.
My name's Murphy McCallan. I've just arrived on the island.
Well, welcome, Mr. Murphy. I'm Edgar Kettle. Gravedigger, undertaker, coffin maker, and anything else that needs doing to keep this cemetery running.
All right. I'm looking for the treasure. Let's see what he says
I'm
about that.
looking for the treasure of
Pretty
Belmore
sure
Manor.
he knows.
Oh,
All about
the
it.
treasure hunter. Well, let me tell you something, young man. Don't even think about digging up my graveyard. There's no treasure buried here, and I'm already busy enough filling in the holes that are supposed to be here.
All right.
Do you know anything about the disappearance at Belmore Manor?
I think it's important to let the dead rest in peace.
But what if they're not in peace?
Well, you got me there. Listen, I think there's more to that story than meets the eye. You know the 3 brothers went missing, right? Well, if you ask me, I think Abigail Belmore was behind it. She was engaged to a sailor, but nobody like her would go for a commoner.
She might have loved him.
She could have loved somebody with a big bank account, too. I think she must have been using him, pretending to love him so he'd do her dirty work for her, bumping off her brothers. Then afterwards, she drops him and goes to marry the officer of the company. Fiendish.
Do you have any proof?
Yeah, just a feeling, that's all. But when you work with cadavers, you kinda get a sixth sense about things.
Yeah, I'm actually quite curious what really happened.
What do you think was behind the disappearance?
Well, the sailor must have found out he was being manipulated, right? Done something to get his revenge.
What do you think he did?
Nobody knows. He could have been working his way through those bodies like a madman. All we know is that everyone in that house disappeared. To tell you the truth, I'm quite relieved they did.
Why's that?
Because if they hadn't disappeared, it would have been this old fool who had to bury him. Saved me a lot of work.
Did you make this coffin right here
Did
in
you
front
make
of us?
this coffin?
I sure did.
Okay.
But this is no more than a pauper's coffin by anyone's standards. The finest the parish pension can buy. Lock them in lumber, leave them to slumber, that's what I say. This'll end up 5 feet under by the end of the night.
I thought it was supposed to be 6 feet.
You're not the one doing the digging. 5 feet means I get a tea break.
Oh, man. Maybe he's going to give me some nails, but I don't really think so because he's quite cranky.
Have you got any spare coffin nails?
No, I don't have any to spare. I've got a backlog of bodies begging for burial. But does the parish increase my funding? Nope. The roof's leaking, my table's broken. I've used floorboards to build some of the coffins. Take my advice. Don't go into this line of work. Undertaking is a dying business.
You think it could fit inside a coffin? Wait, what?
Do you think
How
I
would you
could fit
do
inside
that?
the coffin?
Probably not. The gentleman inside might make it a bit of a squeeze.
You mean there's a dead guy inside there?
There better be. I can't afford to be burying empty coffins.
Was the little girl named Mallory Wisp? By any chance?
Was the little girl named Mallory Wisp by any chance?
That's her. The peril in a pinafore. She got the whole town thinking I was burying people prematurely. I walked past the school the other day, and they'd made up a jump rope chant about me.
Dude, that little girl is just a menace.
Oh, what was the chant the school children made up about you?
Edgar, crazy feller, just be careful, he don't get you. How many bodies did he strive to bury while they're still alive?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I wasn't looking for audience participation.
Sorry, I got carried away. Just like you with the burying.
I have a feeling I have a feeling we're gonna have to maybe scare him out because he's a little bit twitchy. Probably that's how I'm gonna get rid of him for a bit, and then he's gonna go away. I'm gonna grab some nails, but I'm gonna have to find a way to do that. Have you ever accidentally buried someone while
Have
was
you
still
ever
alive?
accidentally buried someone who was still alive?
Has someone been making accusations again?
No, just making conversation.
Well, not that I know of. When you think about it, how would I know?
Shouts for help, desperate shaking of the coffin.
Look, I haven't sealed anyone up who was chatting with me, let's put it that way. I usually check for signs of life, but everyone takes shortcuts sometimes, don't they? I deserve some rest in peace, too.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hopefully not the guy in the coffin.
Not funny.
I knew it. So see, he's insisting of me probably trying to convince him that the person inside the coffin is alive. And while he digs it up or opens it up, that's probably what I'm going to get my
best be
nails.
running along.
Don't drop dead. I don't want anything else on my to-do list.
All right, buddy. Now, what if I unscrew the jack? Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay. Isn't this thing going to fall down, though?
The coffin lid had been nailed down securely. I wasn't going to be able to open it.
What if I make a hole in it?
The gentleman inside the coffin was long past needing air holes.
Okay. Table coffin. Now, I want to see him actually putting in some more nails. Hold up. Maybe if I'm going to go outside of the area and come back in, he's going to start putting up some more nails. As at the moment, he doesn't seem to do it. So, let me go this way.
Hurry up with
Oh,
the
shoot, what the
barrels,
heck?
Morris. We gotta get these unloaded before anyone sees us.
Oh, they're
Are
stealing.
you sure this is a good idea, Musket? I don't think we should be using a church as our hiding place.
You're not being paid to think, Morris. You carry those barrels in here and let me worry about the theological implications. This place has been abandoned for decades. There's nobody around.
Nobody living, maybe. What if there's ghosts, boss?
Darn it, Morris. If brains was dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose. Now get unloading. And keep an eye out for anyone snooping around.
What if someone catches us?
If anyone asks, we're the new clergy. We tell them these barrels are full of communion wine.
I thought we was rum runners, not wine runners, boss.
Communion rum, then.
Ah, gotcha.
Remember, St. Juniper's Church is a place to get closer to God. And if anyone questions our alibi, we make sure that happens.
The pair of rum runners looked like the human personifications of the dish and the spoon from Hey Diddle Diddle. The gangly spoon bossing around the rotund dish as it carried barrels effortlessly from the jalopy and into the church. As it turned out, nursery rhyme characters become a lot more intimidating once they have revolvers.
All right, so apparently they're not stealing. Apparently what they're doing, they're actually bringing rum inside. They're trying to basically hide inside the church. And I have a feeling this is where I got to use this thing to make a hole in the barrels. Exactly.
Using the auger, I drilled a small hole in the barrel, and out poured rum.
The problem is I got nothing to put it in, right? Because I'm pretty sure I need rum for this thingamajig. Exactly. But again, as I was saying, I have no bottle to put it in.
I wasn't going to be able to carry rum around in
Exactly.
my bare hands, and drinking straight from the barrel felt a little uncouth.
All right, so I am going to have to... Oh, maybe I can actually put it in here?
The gree-gree would get doused if I placed it
Yeah, exactly. We cannot place it in. So we're going to need, like, something to put it in.
Musket, one of the barrels has sprung a leak.
How many times are you gonna bother me? Put a cork in it, will ya?
Put a cork in it, will ya?
That'll work.
All right, we're gonna have to do this again once I find something to put the rum in. At the moment, we can't really do much about it. Is this guy gonna put some more nails into it, though?
The coffin lid had been nailed down securely. I wasn't going to be...
Okay, let's try to chat with him.
Hello, Edgar.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do you know there are a couple of gentlemen up by the church?
Rum runners, they are.
Oh, he
Dealing
knows.
with them is not in my job description. As long as they don't mix up the stiffs I'm burying with the stiff drinks they're smuggling, I'm keeping my nose out. Curiosity killed the cat, you know, and I really miss Mittens.
Alright, so he's not gonna do anything
I best
about
be
it.
running.
Goodbye.
Now, how am I gonna make this guy, though? Oh, table. Hold up a minute. Can you try with a table?
A mischievous idea began to form in my mind. Hey, I think the guy inside here might still be alive.
Hey,
And
nice.
Why would you think something like that?
The coffin was just shaking around. Maybe you should open it up.
Well, I didn't see it move.
The gravedigger had me in a conundrum. I could hardly start shaking it right in front of his eyes.
And unless the body inside starts jiggling around, I'm not opening up that coffin.
So I have a feeling I have to kind of like shake it around somehow. But I need to figure out how to do it. I wonder if I can
It
use
was the
the
taxidermy fish I'd taken from the riverboat, with a ripped seam opening up to the stuffing inside.
So he does have a ripped seam. But I'm going to need to put something that kind of like vibrates, I guess. I don't think the bellow will work here either. Can I combine this with the bellows?
I didn't need to blow on that.
No. Put this on
I
the
didn't want the
table.
gravedigger to catch me putting it back.
All right, in that case, let me head on out. These fellas are going to do their thing, I guess. Let me look at the window. Let's see what they're doing. I'm going to start looking at the other locations first, and then
See
I'm
the
going to figure out
shadows
what
of
I
the
got to
rum
do.
runners moving around inside the church, but I didn't want to get too close in case they saw me too.
We got the barrels over here. I wonder if I could get the cork.
The barrels were far too heavy for me to lift, though that gorilla of a rum runner had been picking them up like they were cotton balls.
All right. Oh, wait. Can I do something to the vehicle? Horn. Oh. Jalopy. That doesn't do anything, I guess. All right. Anyway. Next, let me go over here. This one is the fort. That is cool. It kind of looks like it's closed, so... Oh, apparently I can't go in. Never mind.
The plaque read, Fort de l'Amour. No public access. For further information, please contact the lighthouse keeper.
The lighthouse keeper? Where is the lighthouse keeper? Isn't that a lighthouse? Oh, look at the cat. It is
I
locked.
jiggled the gate, but it wasn't going to open. If pirates and the colonial powers of Western Europe weren't able to get into the fort uninvited, I wasn't about to either.
Oh,
I
powder.
could have tried squeezing my arms through the bars, but I already knew the barrel was too far away to reach.
Okay.
Here, kitty, kitty. Psst, 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 psst. It was no use. That cat was clearly more entranced by shiny things than the stranger outside the gate. There wasn't
Oh.
anything to do with the lantern.
The cat was more interested in shiny things. Can I use this with the, with
Nope.
the lantern? No. What about the fish?
The fish had been dead for years, was primarily comprised of stuffing, and smelled faintly of formaldehyde. The cat wasn't going to be interested in it in the slightest.
Maybe if I get some of the fish guts and put it in the fish, might attract it. Maybe. All right. In that case, let us see what else we got to do around here because we're kind of stuck. So yeah, that is a lighthouse. So I got to find
The
a way to get in
lighthouse
first.
light was off.
I wonder why. Okay, let's go to Dead Needle. Oh, things have started opening up. Look at that. Okay, first of all,
The stories about Belmore Manor are true. I saw the ghost bride inside the house.
Blast it, Murphy. Don't say I didn't warn you. This island has had its fair share of the macabre. The best way to deal with it is to leave well enough alone. Why are you searching for that treasure anyway?
Well, it's my job. The state's claim on that money runs out at 8 a.m., and I'm supposed to find it.
You seem pretty passionate about something that's just for work. What are the odds you draw an assignment like that?
Well, I might have made my own luck there. They wouldn't normally authorize an investigation so close to the statute of limitations running out, especially on a 30-year-old cold case. But thrust a stack of forms in front of the boss 5 minutes before clocking off on a Friday afternoon, and he doesn't care what he's signing.
Let's just hope he wasn't signing your death warrant.
Most of my investigations don't amount to more than counting paperclips in a municipal building or going cross-eyed over receipt rolls in a courthouse. When I found that old case folder tucked behind the filing cabinet, its only lead, a water-stained magazine, talking about a real-life haunted house, how could I pass it up?
Hey, you got a point there, buddy. If you did actually pass it up, we didn't have this awesome adventure. I spoke with Dr.
I
Morey.
spoke with Dr. Morey. He thinks we can make contact with the ghosts.
Morey is a charlatan and a fool.
I know.
Got into hoodoo
He
and
cannot be
voodoo
trusted.
A few years ago. Before that, he was an actor over at the Calliope Theater, and not a very good one. He's the only person I know who directed and starred in a one-person production of The Pirates of Penzance. And that's because all the rest of the cast dropped out rather than work with him. He's always been searching for respect and recognition. Who would have known he'd find it by living in the swamp and reeking of incense?
Dude, that guy cannot be trusted. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the main villain of
Don't
the adventure.
you believe in voodoo?
I certainly do. I just don't think Morey's got any more control of it than the rooster has control of the sunrise. His understanding of voodoo amounts to whatever he's gleaned from one of those horror pictures Ventura Studios puts out at the movie palace. My mama used to know all about it. God rest her soul. Voodoo isn't some made-up Hollywood magic, Mac. Voodoo's a real religion. It's about community, about belonging, and about searching for something more than flesh and blood. It's not the snake oil he peddles.
All right. What do you think happened to
What
Belmore
do you
Manor,
think
though?
happened at Belmore Manor?
Now there's a tale I don't like to tell.
Can I persuade you to tell it
Can you
anyway?
Please do it.
I have a feeling I ain't gonna get any rest until I do. You know
Yeah.
about Miss Belmore? The bride? Engaged to the sailor?
do.
Nah, the way I hear, Mr. Rackham was over the moon with her. Such an upstanding fellow. I won't have a bad word said against him. Now he realized that the sailor was going through terrible lengths to ensnare his bride, and Mr. Rackham tried to save her. I heard that the sailor caught on to this and tricked Rackham into giving the lady a gift. That's what made everything go topsy-turvy.
What was the gift?
There are places in the Caribbean that trade things more elusive than gold. Ungodly things.
Do you think the disappearance was caused by voodoo?
That's what I'm
And
thinking.
that's what my mama
exactly.
used to say. If you're not careful, that stuff can go to your head.
And I'm going to be guessing Morey was behind all of it. No luck
no
fishing?
luck fishing?
Not a bite, Mac. The Pengoza fish just ain't snapping for me today. Shame, too, because I'm planning on firing up my grill later. And the tastiest catch in these waters.
All right. Do you catch a Pencoza
How
fish?
do you catch a Pencoza fish?
With hours of patience and decades of practice. You ever wrestled the rod before?
Just the once. I went fishing on Lake Erie, but the only thing I caught was a cold.
What do you do with the fish you
What do
catch?
you do with the fish you catch?
A couple I save for myself, and the rest I sell to the captain's club. They fancy 'em up with lemon lobster, slawfish, something or other. But everyone knows the best way to cook 'em is to grill 'em.
Okay. Why won't you just hear a word against Mr. Rackham?
Why won't you hear a word against Mr. Rackham?
He gave me my first work on this island, right here on these docks. And I'm still here to this day. He may have worn a scowl, but he don't judge a banana by its peel with people like him, Mac. When I looked into his eyes, all I saw was ambition.
What work did you do?
Loading and unloading the ships that came in. Of course, they just don't do that anymore. Dead Nettle's a forgotten town. Maybe that's for the best.
All right. I wonder if I'm going to have to grab that
Catch you
knife
later,
from him.
Ned.
See you around, Mac.
Let's see.
Hey, Ned, do you mind if I borrow your knife?
If you need it, Mac, just bring it back to me later tonight, would you? If I'm lucky with my catch, I'll be firing up the grill. You're invited to join me, of course.
Awesome. So we got ourselves a knife. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but we shall see. Hey, thanks, you, buddy. Thank you. All right, we got that. Oh, this place has opened up as well. A lot of places have opened up, actually. Let me go in the first one over here.
Murphy McCallan,
that's where
so you're
she
still
is.
here. What have you been up
Okay.
to? Anything newsworthy?
That's none of your business. Don't think I've forgotten your trick with the telegram.
Hey, it's nothing personal. Your business is my business, and my business is news. I'm Evelyn Stoker, editor of the Juniper Parish Gazette. No misdeed left unshared, no drama left unmonetized. Come on, work with me here, McAllen. I need something juicy. Committed any crimes? Uncovered any affairs? Any deep, personal secrets to reveal?
The honest-to-God truth? No.
I need a good story. I can't let something minor like the truth stand in the way of that.
Alright, so first of all, let us see what we can interact with. Apparently quite a lot of stuff. We got yarn, we got scissors. Can I grab them both? Or is she going to comment about it?
I picked up the scissors.
She's not.
With her stunt at the bayou, I figured she owed me one.
The
I
yarn as
picked
well.
up the twine. Maybe she owed me two.
Maybe
Don't
she owed
even
me
think
too.
about it. The spring on that printing press looks like it's going to blow at any moment.
Oh gosh. I don't think I like that. But I'm probably going to need to do something about it. What about the canister?
I didn't want to get ink all over me trying to carry the canister around.
Okay. So that's going to be a canister full of ink. She does have a camera.
You can't come back
Ain't
here.
going to let me go back there yet.
Sorry.
Alright, let me chat with her real fast.
Yes?
Hi.
What are you
What are you
working
working on?
One of the most romantic articles this newspaper's ever seen. Francois Fogg, Dead Nettle's local pharmacist, is reuniting with his long-lost love after 14 years apart, thanks to this newspaper's personal ads column.
What a lovely story.
That's right. She mailed in a letter she wanted printed. Her former sweetheart saw it, and now they're on track to see each other again. Eventually.
Eventually?
Well, that's a bit of an administrative issue. In the letter we received, she told him to meet her in her Texas hometown of Magnolia. Due to a tiny typesetting error, he's now on a 6-week voyage to Mongolia. But doesn't
Oh
it
my
warm
God,
your
are you
heart
kidding me?
how far people will go for love?
Oh man.
Don't you have more interesting stories to write about?
The crackpots this island calls a population wouldn't know something interesting if they paid for it. Which they hardly do. Believe me, I've tried to get juicier stories. Scouring the island, doorstop interviews, hiding under windows.
You eavesdrop on people through their windows?
It's called investigative reporting.
Wow, this lady is quite creepy, isn't she? What about the Belmore
I'm doing
Manor?
some research on the treasure of Belmore Manor.
Have you found it?
Well, no, not yet. I've just started looking.
Then don't waste my time. Come back when you've got the goods.
Well, okay, if you don't want to get the start of the story.
You might not believe this, but I saw a ghost inside Belmore Manor.
You know what? You're right, McAllen. I don't believe it. Really?
Stupid.
You've been on this island how long? And you're already starting to sound as loopy as a local.
Have you ever written any articles on the disappearance of
Have
Belmore
you
Manor?
ever written an article on the disappearance at
Yes,
Belmore
I
Manor?
think she did.
What a
Let's
waste
see.
of column inches.
Oh, she
Leave
didn't?
it.
Seriously?
That's my advice. There's
the
no
heck?
story in it.
No story.
Not one that anyone would believe. And I've got advertisers breathing down my neck.
What do you think went on?
Practically everyone on this island thinks there was some kind of sorcery involved. No one is looking at the reality. If I write up my research, no one on the island will believe me. If I write their wackadoodle theories, I'll be laughed out of the industry.
Alright, you can tell me what you've uncovered about
You
Belmore.
can tell me what
you?
you've uncovered about Belmore Manor. Trust me, at this point, few things would surprise me.
I heard the Belmore Trading Company was losing revenue, its profits eaten up by who knows what ventures those brothers had going on. I've seen the records. The company was privately owned, sure, but when you've got pressure building and the sharks are circling, you've got to shore up your defenses. I think that's why the Belmores persuaded Abigail to marry John Rackham.
Marry someone she didn't love?
But he didn't love her either. He was just after the company, so he hires the sailor to seduce her, convince her there's more to life than Devil's Rock. And as soon as she marries Rackham, they split, never to see each other again. He inherits the lot, and she disappears with her lover boy sailor to who knows where.
But why do you think all the guests disappeared?
They bumped them off to cover their tracks. Either one of them could have been sunning it up in Sarasota ever since. But imagine me writing that into a piece of serious journalism.
Okay, did you know the Comptroller Grimes? Who the heck is that?
You know Comptroller Grimes?
How could I forget him? The guy was a walking, talking migraine generator.
Surely you shouldn't speak of the dead like that.
Why not? I spoke plenty worse about him when he was alive. Anyway, I'm sure everything happens for a reason. And hopefully that reason is to increase my circulation numbers. Everything's connected, you know. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? I suspect it works for moths, too, because I can never get the damn things out of here. Some people say that if a man breaks wind in Alabama, it can cause a hurricane in Fiji.
I think I shared a train car with that guy on my way here.
I have a feeling this may be a hint about the moth.
I think I better be going.
Keep your eyes peeled for a story, McAllen. There are secrets on the island. And it's my job to run advertisements next to them.
Next to them. Love it. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to interact with the camera and the filing cabinet.
Hey,
but she ain't gonna let me go back there,
Sorry.
right? So we're gonna have to find a way to get it out of here, and probably then gonna be able to interact with that stuff. In the meantime, let's see if the circus has started here. If the show has started. Maybe it has. Or it's kind of like a puppeteer show. It didn't start, no. Okay, let's go inside here then. The Captain's Club. Oh, look at this place.
There was nothing in the fountain except a rim of moss and dirt that made it look like a stained toilet.
Okay.
I glanced at the ledger on the podium. It was mostly empty. The words I could see were written in such an unreadable scrawl that looked like a centipede had dipped its legs in ink and skittered across the page.
Alright, let's have a chat with the maitre.
Good evening. He looked past me like I was invisible, as though if he ignored me hard enough, there was a chance I'd disappear. I said good evening?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to me.
Oh, wow. This
There's
guy's
no one
so
else
rude.
here.
Wishful thinking on my part. Have you taken a wrong turn, sir?
I'm just having a look around.
Well, make it a quick one, and I shall need to know your name.
Murphy McCallan, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Felix Greer, maitre d', bartender, and acting manager of the Captain's Club. When Mr. Perkins has the night off.
Interesting. What is this place?
What
Can
is
you
this
tell me?
place?
This, sir, is the Captain's Club, a private members club for current and retired sea and riverboat captains. We are highly exclusive. Are you a captain?
He asked with a smugness that told me he already knew the answer.
I thought not. Then may I recommend a swift exit? You'll find a convenient egress to your starboard side. If you like, I can give you a good swift kick in the right direction, sir. And don't feel a need
What
to
the
stop
heck?
walking until your ankles get soggy.
Wow. So, am I gonna actually have to find a way to like prove to this guy that I'm a captain? I'm looking for the lost treasure.
I'm looking for the lost treasure of Belmore Manor.
Oh, goody! Another young adventurer seeking fame, fortune, or some combination of the two. Just the local color Dead Nettle has been lacking.
What do you know about the lost
What
treasure?
do you know about the lost treasure?
Do you think you're living in a storybook? Weathered maps, talking parrots, X marks the spot? Grow up, you silly boy. Captaincy is a noble skill that doesn't need to be trivialized with childish tales of lost treasure.
You must have some thoughts on the
You
disappearance.
must
now,
have
do you?
some thoughts on the disappearance.
On moonlit nights, when the waves crash against the rocks, the captains of this club trade yarns about this very mystery. Did you know Abigail Belmore's fiancé was a sailor who worked on the ships? Some of the old boys here even worked with him. They say he loved her, as true as a captain loves the sea. But she was a temptress, a siren. She scuttled that sailor's heart, consumed by a voodoo premonition that she had to fulfill. More beautiful than a mermaid, and twice as fishy.
What did she do?
After months of engagement, she broke it off and chose to marry an officer of the company instead, on their very wedding day.
Why did she do that?
The rumors I've heard are that they discovered something in the Caribbean, something wicked, something that consumed them and drove them to heinous acts. The Belmore brothers swore their crew to secrecy, and the men were loyal to their word. But the rot in the rope was that sister, Abigail. People say that whatever they discovered took hold of her. With the sailor's broken heart and the officer's resources, she was about to unleash something terrible. Until the disappearance halted her evil plans.
Do you think that's true?
Of course not, it's all nonsense. But the captains do love to outperform each other with such tales on a dull evening.
What makes you think I'm not a captain?
What makes you think I'm not a captain?
For one thing, you lack the grizzle, the crustiness, the essential R of a captain.
How do I get those?
Years of exposure to saltwater and a sullen, uncooperative crew, I should think. Do you even have a boat?
Actually, I did have one earlier this evening, but an alligator fell on it. Admittedly, it was only 3 inches long.
It isn't the size that matters, sir. It's the motion of the ocean. Tell me, have you ever captained a three-rigger through a tropical typhoon? Have you ever run the rapids of the Mississippi without hitting a single reef? Wind in your sails, fire in your furnace, waves beneath your keel?
Have you?
Well, it's a little complicated.
In what way?
I get seasick.
Huh. Maybe that's gonna be something I'm gonna have to do to get this guy to be sick and run away. Okay, how can
Is
we
there any
prove
way
that
to
we're
prove
captain?
I'm a captain?
You might show me your captain's license. As
Okay.
I'm sure you know, the state of Louisiana requires all captains of both river and sea to carry one. But don't try to foist off a fake on me. Last week, we had someone present a license with a photograph distinctly unlike their contemporary appearance. The photograph was clearly of someone a good deal older than them, with more facial hair, and most importantly, one less eye.
You know, I quite like being at sea.
I quite like being out at sea.
Oh, really, sir?
Bobbing along the ocean waves, up and down.
Ooh,
up
am I about
and
to make him
down,
sick?
Like one of those roller coasters at Lunaland. Up and down, up and down.
Is it working?
If sir would please be quiet. Else I expect there'll be a few waves of something coming out of my mouth any moment.
Oh, man.
Ned told me he sells fish to you. What do you serve here?
Captains.
Right, yes, I mean by way of food.
The Captain's Club serves a dazzling array of sea-sourced dishes, from our house special jambalaya to my personal favorite, Devil's Rock Pancoza, pan-seared with lobster slaw and citrus crawfish beer blanc. In all honesty, it's not very popular. Most of the clientele are absolutely sick of seafood by the time they get ashore. Just the sight of it makes them queasy.
What about drinks?
What about drinks?
Listen, if you're from the Prohibition Bureau, we've cleared all of that up with Officer Moe. Fines were paid, items changed hands, and now we're clear.
I'm not from any Prohibition Bureau.
Then forget I said anything. The Captain's Club is strictly teetotal, in line with federal law. Now, if certain members wish to bring in their own medicinals, then we're happy to provide the accompanying aids. Ice, tonic, mixers, and the like, but we serve no alcohol on the premises.
Okay. Is the club busy
Is
tonight?
the club busy tonight?
Well, we haven't opened yet, but if it's like last week, it'll be quite the lively soiree. I could barely keep up.
The members here like to have a good time?
That's right, sir. Both of them. This town
Both of
sure
them?
isn't what it used to be.
Okay. What happened to Dead Needle, though?
What's
Why is
happened
it
to
so
Dead Needle?
empty?
Do you think you've wandered into the Tourist Information Center? I can assure you, you'll never meet a tourism official who dresses with this much panache. Stuart LePew, head of the Devil's Rock Historical Society, looks like a thrift store had a crisis of conscience and threw up on him.
I was just hoping to talk to someone so obviously knowledgeable about the area.
Well, yes, that is true. I am plagued with an encyclopedic knowledge of the locality. My concierge duties require it. I have a spiel.
Felix pushed out his chest like this was his moment in the limelight, his eyelids half closing as he performed before imagined crowds.
Welcome, hardy traveler, to our quaint port town of Deadnettle. Once this town you see around you was a hub of commerce, a beacon for ships bravely navigating between America, Europe, and the Caribbean. With the unfortunate dissolution of the Belmore Trading Company, our town has settled into a quieter life, perfect for the sailor ready to hang up their cap. We hope that you enjoy your time in our cozy town and perhaps explore some of the local sites here in Deadnettle. Well,
Excuse me?
I was expecting applause.
All right, buddy. I best be off now.
I'd best be casting off.
Don't feel the need to rush back, sir.
And yet, so I will have to prove to this guy that I am a captain, apparently, somehow. All right, in that case, let's see what else we got around here. This place is still going to be closed, unfortunately. I don't see the Puppeteer show starting anytime
The
soon.
sign read, "The Fantastic Fantocchio brothers will be performing tonight. All ages welcome. Tips welcome even more."
Yeah, we're going to have to wait for that to happen. Oh, this place opened up as well. Look at that. Everything opened up. Oh, look at this old
my
man.
second customer of the night. I don't know if
Second
I can
customer.
handle such a rush. Welcome, young man, to Doubloon's Jewelry. Oh, the riches to fill your breeches. Jewels, silver, gold, the finest things for you to behold. Whom do I have the pleasure of meeting?
My name's Murphy McCallan.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you. My name's Jasper Crumb, owner and proprietor. Are you looking for something valuable while you're here on the island?
Funnily enough, I am.
Is there a special someone in your life? Looking for an apology gift, perhaps? I've sold more missed anniversary necklaces and drunken fumble earrings than I can count.
No, I don't need anything like that.
Then how about something for yourself? You look like a working man. Could I interest you in a pocket watch?
Actually, I had one up until about an hour ago. Traded it to a glowing green guy for a magic pouch. As the words left my lips, I realized I sounded like a character from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Pardon me?
I'm just here to browse.
Browse away, young man. I'll be here if you need me.
All right. Let's see what
It
he
was
has.
an ornate display cabinet.
Not that many things we can interact with. Oh, except for a goldfish.
There was no way I could carry a fishbowl full of water and a live goldfish around with me.
Hey, maybe there is.
The cabinet was filled with used jewelry. Rings, brooches, necklaces, and more. Even secondhand, I would have had to save for years to afford any of them.
I wonder if I'm going to have to probably sell the brooch to this guy.
The cabinet was filled with precious jewels, geodes, and fossils next to a small sign that read, Treasures of the Earth.
What is that?
I didn't need the poster. I inspected the carving. Its woodworm-dotted surface and water-stained edges suggested it had once been much more than a decorative piece in a jewelry store.
Oh, this is saying free polishing.
The poster read, Free polishing on all purchases. Gemstones bought.
Interesting.
The cabinet proudly displayed all manner of gold and silver creations, watches, necklaces, pendants, and more, all made in-house by the jeweler. There was no reason to
microscope. I bet
use
you
the
gotta use it.
microscope without something to magnify.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to use it. Oh, maybe I can use it on this.
While the microscope was meant for jewelry, I was confident I'd already revealed this brooch's secrets.
Right, let's have a quick chat with the old man.
Good evening, Mr. Crumb.
How can I help you?
How's your business?
How's business tonight?
You're not a millionaire with an enraged fiancé, are you?
I'm not, no.
I didn't think so. Then business tonight is about as lively as a snail drinking decaf. The only other customer I had in here tonight was more interested in the provenance of fossils than the shiny stuff. Booked a private viewing, and then didn't buy anything. Can you believe it? The first time in weeks this shop gets a private viewing, and all they're interested in is bones.
You sell fossils, too?
I sell all the treasures of the earth. If it's under the ground and I can sell it, I'm interested.
I hear Burke and Hare had the same philosophy.
So maybe that is a hint, right? If I find something in the ground that I gotta give to this guy, he's interested. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I do need bones, so maybe he's gonna have it for me.
What are you selling?
We specialize in jewelry and precious stones. Rings, necklaces, earrings, and brooches in this cabinet to my left. Gems, geodes, and fossils in this cabinet to my right. You'd be surprised at how much of an impact some stones can make. My family can tell you that. We also offer a free polishing service on all purchases from the shop. Just bring it in and we'll shine it up for you. Our little thank you to our loyal customers.
How do you know what jewelry was purchased here?
I handcraft everything this shop sells. I have an encyclopedic knowledge of our wares, Mr. McAllen, going back decades.
Oh, so maybe the brooch has been bought from here.
What's the most valuable thing in here?
I suppose that depends on how you value things, doesn't it?
In dollars and cents?
Yes, I used to value things that way. But a lack of business has a way of making you more philosophical about these things. Now I'd say the most valuable thing here is Granny.
Granny? Your grandmother is in here?
That's right, in the fishbowl. Granny is my
What?
goldfish.
Oh. Okay, you named her Granny? Why?
You named your goldfish Granny?
Yes, it was the most wondrous thing. The same day my grandmother Bethesda died, I was out at the local fun fair, and I won this goldfish on the ring toss. When we got home, every time we mentioned Bethesda, that little fish jumped out of the water and back on in. We think Granny's passed on into that fish. What do you think?
I mean this with no disrespect, but I think that's the craziest thing I've come across tonight, and I had a ghost bride trying to kill me.
We all have our quirks.
But don't goldfish only live for a few years? If she was your grandmother, she must have died sometime around the middle of the last century.
Oh, yes, that's right. Each time the goldfish dies, Granny's spirit hops into a new fish. We must be on Granny number 44 by now.
I'm looking for lost treasure.
I'm looking for lost treasure.
I'd say you found it. Everything inside these four walls is a treasure, handmade to the finest quality.
I mean a specific treasure. The lost treasure of Belmore Manor.
Well, if you find it, bring it in here for an appraisal. I'll give you a good price for it. But that's a pretty big if, isn't it?
All right, buddy. You know anything about the Belmore Manor?
What do you know about Belmore Manor?
Oh, it's a tragedy what went on there. But I know what I think. Black magic.
Black magic?
That's right. While some of us make an honest living around these parts, there are others who are lured in by the darker depths of the sea.
Who do you think that was?
Well, it's simple, isn't it? Abigail used to stop by here all the time, taking a gander at the rings and the necklaces. She was a lovely young girl who always saw the best in people. And Mr. Rackham, he was a model for how to run a good business. Honest and decisive. Now, that only leaves one person, doesn't it?
The sailor?
Exactly. I'd heard rumors about black magic going on inside Belmore Manor. I think he was casting his spell on Abigail, making her fall in love with him. Why else would someone as rich as her want to marry someone like him? He certainly couldn't afford the rings and necklaces that caught her eye. I think, come the night of the wedding, she wised up. That's why she decided to marry Mr. Rackham after all. A much more responsible choice for the company.
I have a feeling that guy is actually the voodoo dude. Pretty sure about it. I'm starting to be I'm starting to be 100% sure about it.
What's the carving on the front of your counter?
That is the genuine stern carving of the Golden Goose, the famous brigantine. I could trace my family's history on the island back hundreds of years, right back to the ship's owner, Captain Bartholomew Crumb. You've heard of him, I expect.
Captain Crumb, the vicious pirate? I read about him as a child.
One of the most successful in the Caribbean. That is, until, as the story goes, he got pursued by a ghost ship.
A ghost ship, you say? Tell me more.
Ghost ship? Surely that can't be more than a legend.
Then how do you explain this? Without a single shot fired, every sailor aboard his ship fell down dead, victims of an evil pirate who wielded a black stone. Captain Crumb was the sole survivor. He escaped undetected in a rowboat, and after days at sea, made it to this very island. After that, he never went to sea again. Instead, he set up this shop with the one chest of jewels he'd managed to carry away. Some of the gems you see around here still date back to that final hoard.
A black stone killed the crew?
Well, so the story goes. I suppose it explains my family's obsession. Not just the gold and jewels that tempt us, but the wicked stones that threaten us.
What is that? Learn about the pirates. Love it. I'm absolutely loving the story so far. Why did Captain Crumb come to this
Why did
place?
Captain Crumb come to Devil's Rock to set up his store?
This was his home port. Devil's Rock used to be quite the lawless island. Legend goes he used to hide his treasure along the southeastern coastline. The island is dotted with caves. Plenty of places to hide the loot.
So maybe I'm gonna have to go looking in the caves?
I think I'll just look around for now.
I'm here if you need me.
Alright, let me see first of all if I can give him this so he can
Excuse
polish
me,
it.
would you be able to polish a brooch for me?
Let me take a look.
I think he will.
Oh, well, 18-karat yellow gold, filigree wirework in a handcrafted floral motif, and round, brilliant cut ruby, if I'm not mistaken, made to fit a music box?
That's right.
Exactly.
How did you know that?
I know my own handiwork anywhere. Now, how did you get a hold of it?
Oh, just a gift.
What a generous gift indeed. Well, we do offer free polishings on all items purchased here, so I'd be very happy to shine her up for you. Please, bear with me for a moment.
Nice. So he's gonna polish it for us. I don't know what it is gonna do if we polish it, but I guess we had to. Alright. Oh, apparently I can actually interact with stuff. Oh, never mind. I wonder if I was supposed to do
There
anything.
we go, shining like a firefly's rear end. I'm afraid the clasp on the back has broken off.
Oh,
you weren't
no.
planning on wearing it soon, were you?
I wasn't planning on wearing it at all.
There's no shame in indulging yourself every once in a while. Lord knows I can appreciate the comfort and empowerment a pair of hosiery can bring. Anyway, we don't have any replacement clasps in stock, but I can put it in order. In the meantime, here's a button magnet that should hold it in place, as long as you're not too vigorous with it.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Robbing a jewelry store really wasn't my style.
So, what happened here? Oh, we got ourselves the button
It
magnet.
was the small round magnet I'd been given by the jeweler, meant to attach a brooch without piercing clothing.
Okay.
It was the ornate brooch I'd had cleaned at the jeweler's, now glimmering in the light.
I wonder if I gotta tell him again to
Could you polish
it.
my brooch again?
Hand her over.
Ah, okay. So he keeps on doing this. Do I have to grab the fish
There's
while
no
this is
way
happening?
I could carry a fish. Robbing a jewelry store. There was no reason to use.
Yeah, I have a feeling while he's polishing that and he's not paying attention, I gotta do something.
Here
But
you
what?
go.
I got no clue.
Thank you.
All right. Let me look around and see. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything just yet. We're gonna try to figure it out.
What a nice young man. Isn't he, Granny? I couldn't have put it better myself.
I think I know what's gonna happen here. He's probably gonna say that once I steal Granny, and once I steal Granny, he's gonna try to talk with his fish, and when he's gonna see it's not there, probably something's gonna happen, right? But the thing is, I have nowhere to put it in, so yeah. Also, if I check here. Silver coin, bone fragments, chalk, and black feathers. We definitely don't need anything for the fish. We're gonna probably need it for something else. I don't know. Alright, what else can we do? We're definitely gonna have to go on the coast here. The girl is no longer around, but what I'm noticing is a bottle just made its way.
As I picked up the bottle, I anticipated what could be inside. A brine-stained treasure map, perhaps, or a scribbled plea from a castaway desperately awaiting rescue. Looking inside, I found it was empty. The only writing on it was the embossed glass letters of the Orangello Soda Company.
Huh. Alright, anyway, we got ourselves a bottle, I guess. Can I go exploring this place? It doesn't look like I can, no. Okay. I was hoping that I could actually explore this place to hopefully find a cave. Let me go to the church real fast. There we go. These fellas are still carrying their stuff inside. I have a couple things that I gotta do here. First of all, I think I gotta fill up the bottle that I just got. Grab this, and let me put a hole. With some rum. Alright, perfect. Let us grab the rum now. Put it inside the bottle. There we go. So we have our very first item for the
I
spell.
filled the bottle with rum pouring from the barrel. Relief washed over me at the realization that I'd done it without getting caught by the two rum runners.
All right. Oh.
Hey, Musket! There's someone out here!
Or so I thought.
Hey, fella, what do you think you're doing snooping around here? This is our church, you know, and it's closed.
Huh. I'm just here to do some prying. I didn't realize the clergy were equipped with revolvers. I'm with the Prohibited Bureau. We've got this place surrounded. Sure,
I'm with
let's
the
go with that.
Prohibition Bureau. We've got this place surrounded.
Officer Moe's 10 feet underwater wearing cement shoes. We made sure of it.
He's being a wise guy, Musket.
Time to fill him full of lead.
But, boss, it's bad luck to bump someone off in a churchyard.
Now, where'd you hear a nonsensical thing like that?
I thought
Run!
churches was hallowed
Get out of
ground,
there!
where sin
dang
and
it.
immorality would face supernatural punishment in this world or the next.
Where do you get this stuff from? I told you, I do the thinking in this partnership.
Gosh dang it, those guys. Now, can I still go back? Okay, we can. Good. Let me go inside here. Because inside here, I think I have a plan. So, let me try to use the spool on the table. Exactly, I gotta make this guy believe that
I tied
there's
the
a dead
twine to the
person and
uneven
there's a
table
live
and
person
took up a
inside
hiding
the coffin.
spot behind a nearby wall. It was
Exactly.
time to wake the dead.
Oh, man.
Hello? Hello? Why is it so dark in here?
Huh? Who's that?
I'm stuck. Help! Help!
Mallory, if that's you again.
Get me out of this thing.
Oh no, not again.
Hey, there we go. So hopefully we're gonna get ourselves some nails. Oh, nope. Never mind. He is long dead.
Mister, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I was told... Mister, Oh, God darn it! Next time I see that girl, I'm gonna have a peewee-sized coffin all ready for her. A few hours locked in one of those should adjust her sense of humor.
Is he about to leave? Oh, I think he actually just threw those nails. Okay, perfect. And that's where I'm gonna get him. Alright. Apparently I'm getting the yarn back, so probably gonna need it for something else. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we still have it. Good, good, good.
Searching the dead man's body was not something I wanted to do.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. Let me grab the nails.
I picked up the handful of discarded coffin nails from the tin.
Perfect. So we got two items. We got the rum and the coffin nails. If I check this, so we got rum, coffin nails. We still need chalk, black feathers, gunpowder, silver coin, and a bone fragment as well. We got quite a bit of stuff, eh? Can I choke
Hello,
them?
Edgar.
Yeah,
Who is it you're burying?
this is Theodore Grimes. He was the...
Comptroller for Juniper Parish?
That's right. You know him?
We were supposed to have a meeting. Clearly he's going to miss it.
Sure is. Now he's the late Comptroller Grimes.
Okay.
I
never mind.
best be running
So this is the
along.
person I was
Goodbye.
supposed to meet, apparently. Alright, I think we're done with this one. I don't believe I gotta do anything else with these fellas either. Unless I'm supposed to get him out of this place, spook him off. I don't know. But what do we got? We got the Den Needle, Causeway Beach, Spirit Queen. Let me go to the Spirit Queen real fast. One place I'm still trying to figure out if I can get in is in here. The question is, do I have what I need to break it open? I don't know. Can I put the magnet inside the fish?
Nope.
No. Use this to
The
cut
fish
it
was
more?
already ripped open along the seam.
Yeah, I can see that, buddy. Can I use this to break the
Nope.
window? No. Can I put these things inside?
I placed the coffin nails in the
Okay, we
gree-gree.
can. Okay, we got that. Let's get the rum
I
inside.
poured the rum into the gree-gree.
All right, perfect. Now I have an empty bottle, so I could basically use it for something else if I need it. Next, I'm gonna need chalk, black feathers, gunpowder, silver coin. Oh, it also marks it down, right? So you know where you already placed it in. That's actually good. I wonder if this fella's gonna have anything else to help me with. Let me try to chat with him real fast.
You've returned. Have you found all the ingredients and placed them in the gree-gree?
Not
yet.
but
Still
I'm
working on it.
I'm going to go and find the voodoo ingredients.
Okay, so nothing here. In that case, let's try one more place, and that should be this. Not the Spirit Queen. Sorry, I want to say the Biltmore Manor. All right, we're back at it again. There might be more places we can check over here because if I activate this, look at that, we can actually go to the back of it.
From the ground, I didn't have a clear view through the balcony doors, but that didn't stop me from knowing the dark magic that went on beyond that broken glass.
Let me go to the path.
Looking out over the tranquility of the gardens, its magnolias lit by moonlight,
Oh
nothing
gosh.
could take my attention away from the macabre sight dangling from the oak tree.
Oh gosh.
A hanged skeleton, its wedding suit little more than tattered rags clinging to bone, and its skull seemingly watching me with hollow, unblinking eyes.
Wow.
An eternal groom without a bride.
The thing is, I'm noticing he has something in his hand, so I'm probably gonna have to make my way up, open up the windows, go pick up that coin, whatever he's holding. That may be the silver coin that I need.
The skeleton hung high up in the tree, swaying with each slight breeze. Even from down on the ground, I felt disturbingly close to it.
Okay. Oh wow, this place has so much stuff.
The wheel was too heavy to move.
I have a feeling if I drop this, it might open up the door. I don't know. Let me try the carriage door. Nope, nothing.
The doors were firmly locked from the inside.
What about this one? Oh, maybe if I use the knife to cut it down. Yeah,
The
yeah,
knot
yeah.
was tied so tightly I couldn't loosen it.
Hold up, buddy. We got a knife. Or maybe... Okay, that works. Here we go. What the heck is that? Oh, it's molasses.
I wasn't going to touch the molasses with my bare hands. With the items I was borrowing across the island, some may have said I had sticky fingers, but this would have made it a little bit too literal.
Hold up, I think I could actually grab the bottle
The
and grab the
molasses
molasses.
was far too thick and gooey to get into the bottle.
So I'm gonna need a different way to get the molasses on. What about the fish?
I couldn't.
No. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to find something else to grab the molasses. Okay, in that case, let me go inside. Oh, there we go, it works. Nice. Huh. Oh, there's the skeleton that I needed.
I reached up to the cow skull and dislocated its grisly jaw.
And I think this may be another item that I needed for the gree-gree.
Placed the jawbone into the gree-gree.
There we go. And if I check this out, we got 3 items located already. Nice. I need 4 more, basically. All right, we're getting there. This is pretty good. If I check everything else, I think we've done everything over here. I'm probably going to have to come back for the molasses, but I'm going to need something else. So let me go check the other side of Biltmore Manor. Look at this place. Place all the way to the cliff. This looks awesome. I'm curious if I'm going to have to go back inside.
Gazing up at the glowing moon, it reminded me of a poem I could recite by heart, even if I couldn't remember where I'd first heard it. From way up high, the moon can spy beyond where eyesight delves, but with some time, the maritime can see those sights themselves.
Okay.
From the patina of rust, it was clear the patio set hadn't been used in decades.
Can I grab this, the horseshoe? Oh, shoot! On my head. Gosh dang it. Oh, man.
So much for good luck.
All right, grab it then.
I picked up the horseshoe that had assaulted me. It was heavy, as the bump on my head attested.
What am I supposed to do
It was
with
a heavy iron horseshoe.
Huh. Okay, maybe I can use it to open up the door. Throw it out a window? I don't know. Let me see if I can actually go back inside. Although I have a feeling it ain't gonna work. Also, I do not have the key on me no more.
I went to open the door into Belmore Manor, but the key was
Exactly.
gone. I was sure I'd left it in the lock.
Yeah, I knew it. So we're gonna have to find a different way to get in. Belmore Manor. I wonder if I'm gonna have to maybe fish for it in the pond. Maybe if I get... Oh, a magnet. I know what I gotta do. Hold up. Rope? Magnet.
I needed to think of something else.
Oh, rope and
I
that.
couldn't do that.
No. What? I was really hoping that would work. Combine this.
That
with
wasn't
this.
going to work.
No. I was hoping that I could make myself like my own fishing pole with a magnet on the end and then fish around in the pond because that's where probably the key might be in. Since I got myself now, but apparently that ain't gonna work.
I couldn't do... That didn't... I couldn't... I needed to... With the ripped seam as an opening, I placed the horseshoe inside the taxidermy fish. Now it was heavy.
Ah, there we go. So we made this thing heavy now.
It was a taxidermied fish now concealing a heavy iron horseshoe inside.
Okay. What do I do about it then? Can I attach it to this?
The taxidermied fish was far beyond my haberdashery skills to fix it.
Yeah, hold up, buddy. I'm trying to figure it out. What about the magnet?
That didn't work. Nope. It was a taxidermied...
Yeah, I'm not sure what I gotta do with it. But again, maybe I'm actually supposed to get the fishing rod for the fisherman. Maybe if I just place the taxidermy fish... let me go here. On the scale. Let's see. Okay. So what if I place the taxidermy fish right over here? I knew it, it works! And it is gonna be heavy enough. There we go.
Mac, does that say what I think it does?
It does.
You been holding back on me. That breaks Squibb's record.
Squib?
Jebediah Squibb, the Cajun catcher he calls himself. Last week at the dead of the docks, Squibb caught the heaviest pincosa on record. Got his photograph on the front page of the newspaper and everything.
McAllen!
Oh, what the heck? You took a photo. Oh, she took a photo.
How does it feel to have decimated the town record in your first few hours on the island?
How did you hear about this so fast?
It's my job to know about things fast. Now, I'm asking the questions here. Where'd you get the fish, McAllen?
Well, it was a mighty battle on the southern coast. Its fins strong as a motor, its mouth as fierce as a tiger's. I paused dramatically to allow my fishing prowess to wash over them.
What rod did you use?
Wooden one?
I mean, what make?
You know, I didn't use a rod.
You caught the fish without a rod?
It was more one-on-one. Mono fisho.
You wrestled a fish?
And I won.
Oh, man.
Well, as much as it pains me to say it, you're the cover story in the next edition of the Juniper Parish Gazette. And this is why I'm not getting a Pulitzer.
Nice. I did not expect that, though.
I've got to hand it to you, Mac. That fish is a whopper. I don't know how you got it, but as long as it keeps Squid quiet at the porch party tomorrow, I ain't complaining.
Nice. Break a record. We just did.
I decided to leave Ned to his fishing.
Oh, okay.
I had more important things to do than fish. I'd had enough of carrying these suspiciously heavy fish around. I decided to leave it there.
Okay, let's leave it there then. Now, I wonder what I'm supposed to do. Maybe this will attract her to kind of like
Murph,
leave
I
this
think we
place.
caught your
Oh, shoot.
personality perfectly in that photograph. Naive, simple, unsophisticated. Makes it all the more surprising that you actually accomplished something.
I wonder if I should have it framed.
That'll cost you.
That'll cost you. Huh. Can I actually grab the newspaper?
Hey, those cost money, you know.
But it has my photograph on it.
The Do Not Serve board down at Spinelli's bar has my photograph on it. But that doesn't mean I can just pick it up and walk out with it, does it?
Dang it. So I'm not going to be able to grab that either. Oh, I do have a couple cents.
I'd like to buy a newspaper.
Finally, I get something out of you loitering in here. That'll be 1 cent, please.
There we go. Thankfully, I have that.
I picked up the newspaper. The fewer people that saw it, the better.
Island newcomer breaks fishing record. Information wanted.
The headline read, "Island newcomer breaks fishing record," with my photograph printed in black and white.
I like it. I wonder if I'm gonna need to cut out my face.
The headline
to create
read,
the
"Island newcomer breaks fishing
yeah.
record."
Hold up. I wonder if I'm gonna need my face cut out of this.
The headline read,
Hold up, buddy. I know that. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure I needed my photograph to create that fake captain's ID.
carefully, I cut my
Exactly.
photograph out of the newspaper.
There we go. Now, the thing is, I'm gonna need to get my captain's ID somehow. Does this have anything that I need? Nah, it doesn't look like it has. So I'm still gonna have to look for a couple more things around here that I'm gonna have to figure out. Interesting. Well, you know what, guys? I think this is gonna be the end of the second episode of Foolish Mortals. This adventure is just so good. I'm absolutely enjoying every single moment of it. If you guys are enjoying it as much as I am, of course, make sure you smash the like button down below. And without further ado, I'll see y'all in the next one coming up very soon. All right. Have a good one, y'all.